Your journey starts with one brave choice. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And your first article focuses upon Axiom 4 mission, which is a private astronaut mission to the International Space Station. And it is in the news because Indian astronaut group captain Shubhanshu Shukla will be the pilot for the upcoming Axiom 4 mission. He will become the first Indian astronaut to go to the International Space Station, and he is also one of the 4 astronaut designates selected for India's Gaganyaan mission. Here you must know that NASA and Axiom Space have signed an order for the Axiom 4 mission, and its crew includes astronauts from India, Poland and Hungary. This mission offers a significant opportunity for all the countries to advance their national space program. Talking about International Space Station, it was launched in 1998 as a part of joint efforts by the US, Russia, Japan, Canada and Europe. It operates in low Earth orbit and it serves as a habitat for astronauts in space. It helps in scientific and technological advancements. Next article talks about Point Nemo because recently Indian Navy officers on their Navik Sagar Parikrama 2 mission passed through the Point Nemo, which is situated in the South Pacific. It is recognized as the oceanic pole of inaccessibility. Here you must know that it is the most isolated spot on Earth, which is located more than 2000 kilometers from the closest landmass. Next article focuses upon ad hoc judges, which are temporary judges who are appointed for a specific case or a limited period of time. Here you must know that Article 127 of the Indian Constitution empowers the President of India to appoint ad hoc judges to the Supreme Court, and Article 224A of the Indian Constitution allows for the appointment of retired High Court judges as ad hoc judges. Now, ad hoc judges are in the news because recently Supreme Court relaxed the condition for appointing ad hoc judges to the state high courts. Earlier, ad hoc judges could only be appointed to high courts if vacancies exceed 20%. This condition was imposed in a 2021 judgment in the Lok Prahari vs Union of India case, but according to new guidelines, ad hoc judges can now sit alongside sitting judge on division benches to hear criminal appeals, but their number must not exceed 10% of the High Court's sanctioned judicial strength. This move aims to address the growing backlog over 60 lakh pending cases in high courts, and here additional conditions for appointing ad hoc judges include cases pending for over 5 years and slow disposal rates. Next article is related to leprosy because now Union Health Ministry of India is focusing on a targeted approach to control leprosy. Here you must know that Union Health Ministry launched the National Strategic Plan and Roadmap for Leprosy in 2023 to achieve zero transmission of leprosy by 2027, which is 3 years ahead of the Sustainable Development Goals. It focuses on early detection, prevention and awareness. Talking about leprosy, it is caused by chronic infection caused by Mycobacterium leprae. It affects the skin, nerves, respiratory tract, and eyes. It leads to physical deformities and social stigma, but it is also curable if treated early. Here you must know that leprosy still occurs in more than 120 countries, with India, Brazil, and Indonesia reporting the highest number of cases. Leprosy remains prevalent in 5 states, which includes Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, and Uttar Pradesh. Next article focuses upon middle income trap, which refers to the countries that experience economic growth but fail to transition into high income status. This term was introduced by the World Bank in 2007, and World Bank defined middle income countries as those with gross national income per capita between $1,136 and $13,845. Here you must know that over 100 countries including major economies like China, Brazil, India and Turkey are stuck in middle income trap. These countries make up 75% of the global population and contribute 40% of the global economic output, but around 66% of people live in extreme poverty. In these nations, middle income countries often struggle with economic growth, wage competition, and innovation. They rely on outdated economic policies and face slowdowns in development. But to avoid the trap, countries must move beyond superficial economic measures and focus on sustainable development. Next article talks about polar bear, which is the largest and heaviest land carnivore in the world. Their thick fat layer and water repellent coat protect them from the cold. Here you must know that they are found in the Arctic Ocean, sea ice and coastal areas of Canada, Greenland, Norway, Russia and the US. IUCN Red List of Threatened Species classifies them as vulnerable species, and according to recent study, polar bear fur contains an oily substance sebum, which helps them to stay dry even when sliding on ice or diving into water to hunt. Next article focuses upon stampede, which is a sudden or uncontrolled rush of people, and it is often triggered by a panic or fear. It generally occurs when a large crowd moves rapidly in one direction, and it is in the news because a recent stampede at Mahakumbh Mela in Allahabad killed 30 people and injured 60. The incident occurred due to overwhelmed crowd management during the Mauni Amavasya, and according to National Disaster Management Authority report, majority of crowd disasters in India happen at religious events, which is often caused by poor crowd control, inadequate infrastructure, and crowd behavior. There are several factors contributing to stampedes, which includes weak structures, overcrowding, inadequate crowd management, and poor security. Examples of past stampedes are Nasik Kumbh and 2005 Kalube Yatra. Now, what are the suggestions and solutions for this? So, friends, proactive planning and execution can prevent stampedes, and authorities must understand crowd arrival patterns, visitor types, and venue capacity. And here, registration systems like at Vaishno Devi and Sabrimala help regulate flow. There is also need for improved facilities and information dissemination at religious sites to ensure safety and comfort for visitors. And now, the budget session of Parliament will commence today with President Draupadi Murmu delivering an address to a joint sitting of both houses. Union Finance Minister will also present the economic survey during a brief session of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Here you must know that economic survey is a comprehensive review of the country's current economic state and future outlook. It is prepared by the Economic Division of the Department of Economic Affairs under the guidance of the Chief Economic Advisor. And Finance Minister will also present the Union Budget tomorrow. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for your updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.